Well, hello everyone and welcome to My Hobby Home. My name is Cathy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm trying to talk a little bit lower. It is after 11 p.m. I am at the retreat center at Stitch in Heaven, and we're just going to get some of this done. I know the light's not quite what it needs to be, but we're going to go with our second step. I have all of my fabrics cut and paired. Now, I did pull 5 of them out for the ones that have the light background, not the white. I do not have my white cut yet, and I left it at home. So guys, and I actually left a lot of things at home. I left my cutting board, but you can see there's one right here behind me. I left my iron. I left my pressing mat, but there's one right there that I can use if need be, but probably won't need them tonight, because what I'm going to do with us today is just start on the third step. I have already cut all my fabrics, and I have done the step 1. I pulled my medium prints and my dark prints. I have used my friction pin and made my 1/4 inch marks on each side of the center line. And so now what I am going to do is step 3. Step 3 says layer a marked medium print square atop a dark print square. So together with 2 seams, stitching 1/4 inch each side of marked line. Cut apart on marked line, which is the center line. I did not do a center line. I used my little marking tool here, and guys, this is also down in the description of the video. You can go look at it. It is a link if you're interested in looking at it. By all means, look at it. I guess I should tell y'all what this is. This is our Saturday sew along. This is the pattern that we are using. This is called a color burst throw, and y'all, you can probably hear the air kicking on. It should have kicked on a long time ago. I'm very hot and very red. So let's get to doing that. So what I will do is for each one of my stacks here, like one of these stacks does not have my light colored fabric on the back. This one is going to be the one with white. Now tomorrow when Stitch in Heaven opens up, I can go get some white. This one here has the grunge on it, but what I'm going to do is go start with each stack and get the 2 squares from the medium and the dark that match, and we're just going to start sewing them together. So what I'm going to do is just pull them apart, because these are a certain size. So what I'm going to do is measure it to see which one is this size. Okay, so that's the small one. So we need to get the 2 larger squares of each one, and I'll be right back once I get them all pulled. Okay, so I now have all of my squares pulled, and on the medium color I have my markings. So what I'm going to do is start by sewing these together. I'm guessing we're making half square triangles, and guys, I'm going to tell you, y'all are getting to witness me making my first stitch on my machine since I have gotten it back. My goodness, this thing is so quiet. So I got the first one done, and I'm just going to keep going. What I'm going to do is chain stitch all of these. This is, if you are following and doing this sew along, This is the squares for the dark, and it's the same size squares for the light also. And I'm going to tell you, I forgot so much stuff. I just don't know how I did that. And I'm going to tell y'all something. These chairs here, no, I don't like them. My behind is hurting. These could be old chairs or something, but my tail end is hurting right now. But how are y'all doing today? It looks like we are having pretty weather, I'm hoping. But what we are going to do is just chain stitch these. And when we get done, we will then cut them into our half square triangles. Now, I won't be able to cut them here with you guys, and I won't be able to press and talk with you guys. So all we're doing this step is chain stitching all of these squares together. Guys, I was going to tell you, I met a lady here from Cincinnati. Her name is Neisha, and she is opening a shop up sometime, I think she said in May. And I will have her information down in the description if you're interested. I do have her business card. I will take a photo of it and put it on the screen because she also has a QR code. And if y'all are interested, pause the screen when you see that QR code and snap it on your phone to see what you can. I think that takes you to her shop. And her site is called perfectlyimperfectqc.com. She's very sweet. So Neisha, if you're watching this, I'm excited to see your business bloom. I don't have it in me to do multiples of the same thing at one time to put in a shop. I would love to be able to do that, but my attention span, y'all, I left my zipper foot and I was going to be making Nantucket bags. And I forgot my batting, but I went and bought some batting on the way over here, which I didn't have to, but I thought I was going to be able to sew some tonight. No, I don't have my zipper foot. And I forgot to bring my parchment paper because I pressed mine onto a fusible grid in order to sew it. Yeah, and I just noticed how dark it is. Y'all can probably see the windows behind me. It is pretty dark. I'm sitting literally at the front door of the lodge. I think all the doors are locked. They look locked. But I'm the only one in here sewing, which I knew I was going to wait until everyone retired for the night, which is par for the course because I did this last year too, but I didn't record. I didn't sew and record anyway. But I am so excited to go in the store tomorrow. We get a little discount. I would overspend real quick. Some of these are not the right size, so I am worried about that. I thought I cut them all the right size, but some of them look like they're just a hair short of what it should be. And for those that are joining on the sew along, I'm so excited y'all are here. Now this one here, Wait, which one goes with this? Oh, this one goes with, oh gracious, y'all. I done got these mixed up and grabbed the wrong one. Well, they were set differently. I have the dark on top of the light, and I had the light on top of the dark on this one, I think. I don't remember my machine ever being this quiet. And I am sure glad it is. I'll have to make sure to oil it tomorrow and clean it tomorrow also before I start sewing again. I brought some of my whips with me, guys. Some things that I've been trying to get done for months, a year. It hadn't been that long. It's been months. But I'm hoping with this, I brought 2 projects that technically this will be kind of finishing it, but not quite. I'll still have to have it quilted and bind it. But then I brought this so I could record our Saturday sew along. And I brought my Nantucket bags. Thought I had another box with me. I'm not sure what was in that box. I should have brought my Peaceful Baskets, my Fat Quarter Shop block of the months. I should have brought that, but I didn't. But I did bring 3 boxes with me. I just can't remember what all 3 of those boxes were. One is this. One is Land That I Love. Oh, Nantucket bags. And being that I forgot my zipper foot, I may try to do it with the 37D foot to see if that will work. I don't know if that will work. Oh, that was so smooth and so nice. So all I'm doing now is just turning it around and starting on the next side. I'm going to pull that thread out of the way. Let's see. Oh, that one flipped over. That ain't going to work too well. Because if you've never been on a retreat, I will say this, they've been out of my price range, you know, but it really is a spectacular time. And I am very blessed to have the opportunity to do this. And it's thanks to you guys that I'm able to be here. And all you have to do is watch my videos, and that helps me out. Share my videos. You know, like it, comment on it, share it, subscribe to my channel if you want to continue seeing sew-alongs or see what I have going on. I see so many people doing, you know, quilts that's kind of like the norm, that everybody is doing them. And those are great. Those are real nice to do. But I like to see the ones that aren't what everybody is doing. And just an example, So Blessed by Jess. She is doing like the Civil War blocks, and those are beautiful. And guys, if you don't know her channel, it's So Blessed by Jess. I will try to remember to tag her in this video so you can go check her channel out if you're interested. Tammy at the Siberian Wind. she does, she actually designs a lot of her own quilts. I guess you could probably call it quilting by the seat of your britches, because I don't know how she does it, but she comes up with some of the prettiest little quilts. And she just uses, a lot of times she just takes scraps and fabrics that people have sent to her, or scraps and fabrics left over from other quilts, and she makes a beautiful quilt out of it. You guys, I know I'm focusing here and not talking, but if we get this step done, we may have time to do another step. Okay, so here I have chain stitched all of these pieces together. I have these scissors. I didn't bring my little cutter thing, my little Cathy thing. I should have, but you know what? One more thing I forgot. But it'll be okay. People quilted long before they had all these fancy things, and they just had scissors. And I can remember my grandmother used a wooden ruler. She didn't have any of this fancy acrylic ruler stuff. She had a wooden ruler. Okay, I'm going to go cut these and possibly trim them. Well, I'm going to cut and then press, and I'll be right back. Well, I tell you what, guys, instead of doing that, let's go on to the next step. I can trim these off camera and press them, but we can go on and go to the next step. Now, this step 3 does tell you what size that half square triangle should be. So step 4, we're going to take the next 4 little squares of our medium, and then our 4 rectangles of our dark, and we are going to sew the square to the, now it's going to tell us where to do this. Okay, so what we're going to do is put these on the left hand end of the rectangle. Now these I should have marked through the center. I did not. So now I may have to go on and mark those, or if I may try to wing it. Winging it is not my specialty, guys. So I will be right back as soon as I get all of these pulled. Okay, so I have all of those taken apart. Here they are. I'm going to try to do this without marking that. And y'all, I'm sorry. I've got glare going on. But let me double check. I have double checked how this is supposed to go. We're going to see if I can keep it on that 1/4 of an inch. Y'all just notice I haven't put my foot down there. My dual control feed foot. That helps it not go twisting around a lot. So now after I sew all of these on, I will need to cut a 1/4 of an inch away from the seam. What I'm doing is I'm putting that corner right on that seam line, and I am keeping that 1/4 of an inch on the edge of my foot, because this is a 37D foot, and on the Bernina that's your 1/4 inch and 1/8 of an inch foot. I can't remember what the foot is called, but you can get a 1/4 of an inch and an 1/8 of an inch on this foot. Putting that dual control foot down makes it a lot easier to sew on. But this would be great if we can get multiple steps done today. We haven't been sewing very long, actually, less than 30 minutes, I would say. Oops, I messed up on this one. I'm gonna have to take this one out and do it over because I'm sewing it on the line and not on the center. That's what happens when I mark it wrong. I risk sewing it wrong. And it is late at night, so I don't quite remember everything that I'm doing. Okay, well, I've got 3 hanging out that is done. I knew I was going to need this thing. I'm glad I didn't forget that. Otherwise, I would have been trying to pick that out with a stiletto. I have noticed one thing with Berninas. They are very bad about sucking your fabric down. In your feet dog, whatever they're called, your foot area. So now we're going to our next color, because now that is 4 of that one. And I have to remember, go through the center. Now this one looks like it's a little big. I hope I didn't get those mixed up and sew the wrong 2 together. But if I did, I did. Nothing I can do about it now, because I'm not undoing them. And I've probably got it already cut, because I did cut a few. That's why I like pre-cut quilt kits, because I don't have to cut it. And if it's not cut right, it's not on me. But guys, I'm really hoping this pattern is as easy as it looks. I mean, at first when I looked at the instructions, I was like, oh no, this is going to be difficult. But so far, it seems fairly easy. The instructions seem pretty clear on what to do and how to do. And I hope you guys are sewing on something today, even if it's not the color burst through. I'm beginning to feel life is too short by the fabric. You know? So much pretty fabric out there. I am recording this on Wednesday night. This is the first day that well, the retreat technically has not begun. Some of us got here, were able to make it a day early. It was offered to us to come a day early. Some people came, some people have not. some people are flying in, so they have, you know, already had tickets and stuff to fly in on the 10th and not the 9th. But guys, if you chain stitch this is going to go really fast. I think we may be lucky if we get a month out of this. But this is already our second one, so this is already our second week. It's all nice and quiet here in Quitman, Texas, y'all. But of course, it's after midnight right now. I'm trying not to be too loud. I need to move my mic up a little bit just in case I'm not speaking loud enough. Y'all can hear me because it echoes in this room. And all of our rooms are right off of this room down hallways. Guys, this is going so fast. And I really cannot contain my excitement. I'm so excited to be working on this. I'm so excited to be working with these fabrics. These fabrics are so pretty. The forecast is showing that we're supposed to have some very beautiful weather this weekend. So we should have some great sewing. Now tonight when I got here, I'm surprised there's as many people here as there is. Oh y'all, I cut these some kind of bad, or either I got them mixed up. I'm afraid I got them mixed up because they're like the size the other piece should be. For some reason, it feels like the machine is trying to pull my fabric through. That may mean that my needle needs to be replaced. Well, I'm not going to replace it right now. I'll replace it. The ice machine makes noises here. But I was telling y'all earlier that it is Wednesday night. There may not be any other videos prior to this one this week. I think I had one Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So what that means is there may not be any, might not have been a video Thursday or Friday. I don't know yet. I may do some recording tomorrow during the day while we're sewing, and what I may do is just do a voiceover on it. But I was so excited to be here today. Saw Kristen and Miss Carol, her mother. They're wonderful people. Guys, and I think I only have 3 more sets to do here, and we will be done. It looks like we're getting close to maybe about 45 minutes. That's going to be long enough. Well, actually, it's showing 55 on my screen, but there's always editing, guys. We're going to try this. Tomorrow we may be able to get them to, since this is actually a Bernina dealer, I may be able to get them, I may be able to use one of their little screwdrivers to remove my needle. And put a better one in, because this one is obviously, now the needle that's in here is a Smith's Universal 8012. That should be fine. I didn't give that one the chance to suck down. I just hit it and went with it. So being that I am the last one still in here, I get to do all of the close-up of the room, which is pretty much just unplugging irons and making sure the lights are out. And I'm hoping they don't touch the air tomorrow, because it's hot in this room, because there's windows all over it. And that sun coming in, it makes it really warm in here. And guys, if y'all don't know, if you haven't seen Kristen's channel yet, she's Kristen with Icy Stars Quilting. She has a lot of stuff out there. I mean, she's got a lot of tutorials. She has a book, and I actually need to get some money to give to her for a book. Oh, y'all, my last one. My last one. This will be the last one we do. So tonight what we did, or not tonight, it's this morning for you guys. What we did was our half square triangles and our, I guess, snowball units, because all we're doing is taking a rectangle and putting a square on the end of it. We're sewing it on the diagonal, and we're going to, it's half of a flying geese. I don't do good with a full flying geese. A half of one, maybe I can do that. Yeah, my machine's getting a little loud now. I guess I need to clean it and oil it again already. You know, come to think of it, I didn't see a test stitch done on my machine. They might not have done one. Okay, guys, so now we have all of our, I'm going to call them snowball units. They don't call them anything. We have our squares sewn together for our half square triangles. We have our snowball units sewn together. So that is it for today. I'm hoping you've enjoyed this. If you are following this sew along, I have not yet got a post in the Facebook group. I will be doing that pretty soon. Since I'm not at home, I forgot my laptop, I forgot my tablet, so I can't do that yet. But if you are interested in following along, our Facebook group is down in the description. You do have to request to be accepted into the group. I do that to try to avoid a lot of spam and scammers in there. We don't want that. But if you're interested, go on and request to be admitted into the group, and I come in and check them, and I do the admitting. I'm the only one that handles that. I'm the moderator of that group. But guys, thank you for joining me today. Give me a thumbs up before you head out. If you have not yet, please subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss a single thing that we're doing on the channel. And leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I do respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, guys.